Oh no, what happened?
Okay. I went to Ireland for a retreat. It was like a woman's spirituality, like moon ceremonies, like meditation retreat. You know, that type of retreat?
I've seen them in movies.
Yeah. You know, the kind. And so my cousin was like doing photography on the retreat. She got hired to like take pictures.
Cool.
So like I went with her and I was like, this will be fun. But like it is so expensive to go to Ireland on a retreat. So I needed to ask my parents for help. And they were like, no. So I booked a stand-up show in Ireland so that it would like help pay for the trip and like, you know, I could write it off. Like it just like seemed
with your
like,
tax person.
Yeah. Seemed like a good idea. And what I didn't know was even though they speak English in Ireland, it's a different country. And it's like if I were to go perform stand-up in Spain. It's a different culture. It's a different like language. It's like you laugh at different things in different countries.
Well, we all know like how different British humor is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the closest one.
Yeah. So, okay. I book a show in Ireland. The whole retreat, there were like 12 women in this retreat. I made it sound like a lot more. There were like 12 of us.
No, it's still a lot.
But anyways, they all come to the show. It's like a night out for the retreat. And I'm performing at like the biggest club in Ireland. Like this is a huge crowd. I don't think I've performed in front of this many people that many times. Like this is one of the few times it's been like that huge of a almost theater size.
What?
Yeah. Huge.
When you said you booked a show in Ireland, I was picturing like a bar show.
Yeah, it was like it was like perhaps if it was like the Comedy Store of Ireland. So there were like multiple comics on the lineup, you know, but it was like, it was huge. And, and they emailed me, the booker emailed me and was like, make sure you do your best material. Irish crowds are really tough. And I said, you got it.
No problem.
Absolutely. Will do my best material. I don't know what I was thinking. But I get on stage and go, I'm an O'Donnell. And I start off by letting them all know that I'm an O'Donnell. And to silence. They don't care that I'm an O'Donnell. I guess they get that all the time. They know lots of O'Donnells. And one of the comics backstage was like, yeah, tell them you're related to this comic or tell them you're related to this O'Donnell. They're not going to like that. And they're going to think, I can't do the accent.
That wasn't bad.
They're going to think it's funny if you tell them you're related to this O'Donnell. So I kicked it off by being like, I'm an O'Donnell. I'm related to this O'Donnell. Not even knowing what I was saying, but I was doing what the comic told me. Just to crickets.
So did he set you up or what was that?
You know what? Maybe I got set up. But anyways, then I go into my 10 minutes of best jokes I've ever written in my life to silence.
Do you think it's because of the O'Donnell thing?
Yeah, I didn't get off to a good start, but I also didn't like the comics that went before me were like talking a million miles a minute. Mm-hmm. I couldn't understand them. I was listening to their sets. The crowd was roaring. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get what they're laughing at. I don't understand what he's saying. Like, talking so fast. Like, it was like speed demon. Just like so fast. Fuck every other word. Fuck this, fuck. And it was just like they were howling and crying and applause breaks and laughing. And and it just like it. I did my jokes to silence, and so I got out of there as fast as I could, and when I got back on the bus with all the retreat members, a lot of them, like, you know when people are being nice to you, to be like, good job.
It's the worst feeling
That
ever.
was good. And one girl goes, so how does it work? Do you still get paid even though she goes, do you still get paid even though you didn't do good?
No fucking way.
And this was like, I still had like 5 days left with these women. Like, it was so humiliating, and I had to like play it off like I didn't care. Like, oh yeah, just getting my reps in. Like, yeah, let's just practice for me.
Holy shit. That is awful.
She said, do you still get paid even though you didn't do good? Oh my God. And it was so humiliating because, like, it would be one thing if I was in another country and whatever, but having 12 people there that like were so excited to see me do stand up.
And then you're stuck with them.
And then you're stuck with them, and you have to be like, I promise I'm not that bad. This was really hard. This was a different country.
That is awful. That is really shitty.
No, like I went back to like the oldies but goodies. Like I went back to jokes that I was like, these are solid jokes.
Yeah, he said he wanted me to kill. Let me kill.
Let me kill. And let me tell them I'm an O'Donnell.
That makes me so nervous. Is that the only overseas show you've done, or have you done other places?
I did.
Countries, some may call.
I did shows in England, but when I was doing my like 2-person comedy show, so it wasn't necessarily stand up. It was like more like spoof, like sketch. I don't know. It wasn't like me up there. I was a character, so it went well, but I don't know how stand up would do over there.
That was more fringy.
That was more fringy what I did in England, and it went great.
Yeah.
But it was more England than stand up. Yeah.
I am definitely scared to do stuff overseas, because think about how different it is if you do a show in LA versus like Minnesota.
It's so different just from state to state.
So crossing the pond. Oh.
I know. So anyways, that's my Misery Loves Mandy. I'll never forget, do you still get paid line. I was like, yeah, I do. I still get paid.